Project R is still alive and kicking. We pretty much know all the details that we need as far as the OnePlus 3. The ZTE Axon 7 has been announced and it looks like a very nice contender with some really nice sound. This and more are some of the articles that I found interesting on the XDA portal this week. This is TK, this is XDA Developers TV. Let's check it out. The first article I want to cover for you guys was a video I did over the weekend, and that's for a giveaway, a massive giveaway of 35 items from Chotech, USB 3.0, Quick Charge 3.0 devices, and there's quite a few of them. There's actually 7 of them, and there's going to be 5 of each one of these devices. So I'll give you guys a link in the description below. Check it out, and make sure you check out the article that Michel put together, testing out some of the hardware that he had, and I showed off some of the other ones that I have. Overall, a really good opportunity. I'm always happy to bring more giveaways for you guys. Again, I want to say thanks to Chotech. Last week, we heard about seamless updates coming to Android, specifically in Android N. Now, this is a feature, if you've ever used the Chromebook, that's been available for a while. You basically get a notification that tells you, an update has been applied, and you restart the device and your update is done. Very different than the way we do it on Android. You get a notification, you have to download the update, wait for it to apply, then you go restart, and then system starting. It takes a much longer process. Well, it seems like that feature coming to Android N will have to come with a new generation of hardware, and the current set isn't exactly set up to be configured that way. I'll give you guys a link in the description below. It's a very nice read. Again, hopefully in the future here at XDA we'll be able to find a way for you guys to be able to get that feature, but at least from the standard installation, it doesn't look promising. Project R is still alive and kicking, and it looks like it's getting closer to be more consumer ready. I say this specifically because we got some update last week at Google I/O, but it looks like there's a little bit of a twist that I wasn't expecting, and this is something that I wasn't sure. I was really happy with this. One of the things that Project R was about is modularity, the ability to change your CPU to GPU, change many things, change the screen. That was some of the things that they initially brought the project, and it was supposed to be a totally modular device. And it looks like, at least based on some research and based on some feedback, and it looks like they're basically reshaping it slightly to be more modular accessories to the device, meaning you can change the camera, the speaker, a battery, and casing, things on the back end. But as far as the screen, the GPU, CPU, SIM functionalities and all of that is going to be basically hardwired into the system and not really modular. I'll give you guys a link in the description below. Definitely an evolution of what R is, but at least it's coming closer to being in our hands, and at least that's more exciting, right? Earlier this week, Pebble announced another Kickstarter campaign to be able to fund the new generation of devices that they're going to be putting out. The Pebble 2, the Time 2, as well as the Pebble Core. Now, out of the 3 things, Core is really the big one, and I say this is because it's the unique new thing that they haven't released to before. The other 2 are general updates as far as revisions, new hardware, better battery life on the Pebble Time 2, up to 10 days, at least that's how they're advertising it. Pebble is known for long batteries on their devices. But the Pebble Core essentially is a stripped down version of an Android 5 device running within a case that has a button functionality. It has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, a lot of potential, specifically since Pebble historically has been open to developers. So hopefully we'll see some nice development done for that device. But really exciting. I'll give you guys a link in the description below. At this point, we pretty much know all we need to know about the OnePlus 3 coming out. We know it's going to be announced in VR. Earlier this week, they basically gave out a lot of Loop headsets, the OnePlus Loop headset, which essentially is a VR headset. Of course, we also saw their certification come through, which means we know it's a 5.5-inch display, full HD, 64 gigs of internal storage, 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 820, flagship specs as usual, as every year. And then hopefully we'll be able to see some nice software updates, as some of the rumors were talking about Android 6.0, 6.01, and then some of them were talking about a different version with ColorOS. So we'll see basically as far as the final specification, but at least at this point, it looks like it's on par with a lot of the flagships that we've seen this year. Check out the link in the description below for more information. The ZTE Axon 7. If you haven't heard of this device, it just got announced. It basically sports the Snapdragon 820, 4 gigs of RAM. Now there's going to be a variant of it that has 6 gigs of RAM and more storage, but it'll have 64 gigs of internal storage, expandable basically storage via SD card, dual SIM, dual front-facing speaker, Quad HD display, some of the best technology as far as the fingerprint sensor, and I think, if I read it correctly, about 20 megapixel sensor on the back there. It looks to be a massive contender, and all of this is going to be an under $500 tag. And I'm not sure how they're doing this, because at the basic core, when you're starting to compare it, it's kind of like a Galaxy S7 got married to an Nexus 6P and then decided to have a child, because the user experience is closer to Android as far as stock, even though it's slightly skinned, but it's not TouchWiz, and you're still getting a really good experience running on a device. The initial information that we saw from it, from the actual release, looked very promising, and we look forward to be able to hopefully get our hands over here for a review for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of the ZTE Axon 7. I'll give you guys a link in the description below for more information. We had an article posted on the XDA portal talking about getting a better experience using XDA, and this is using XDA without having to deal with ads. Now you can support us financially by going through and making a subscription. I'll give you guys a link in the description below as far as how to do that. But the main benefit of the article is also shares some of the experiences of some of the people that have already used it, and that's I think what the main benefit is here. If you're interested, again, I'll give you guys a link in the description below. Let me know what you think. Lastly, we had one other video that was posted on the XDA TV channel, and that was Ronald showing us some tips and tricks for using Google Photos. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, as usual, thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe to this channel, like subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I have to do the video now?